So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey everyone, this is Ho Ho Hong Kong with me, Vivek Mabubani, and my co-host who is...
I am Mr. Newly certified to fully operate the Genie GS-1930 electric scissor lift, Mohammed Magdi.
That's right, nothing better than having a guy from Egypt do all this hard construction work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just to let you know, people, we have upgraded. Now, you might be thinking, wow, what did you upgrade? The sound is exactly the same. Your voices haven't improved. What is it? We can do this show legally, certified from the ground, all the way up to 19 feet in the air, as long as it's a less than 13-degree incline.
And as long as it's within the premises of one venue inside PMQ.
Exactly.
Our license is very specific.
Exactly. And that specific serial number, a Genie Lift 1903, if you're lost right now.
1930. Don't forget your certification.
This is actually, I'm the button guy. Right? I'm not the number guy. Right? So if in case you're curious, first of all, look at the thumbnail. You see that thing. And secondly, go online. Just literally just Google. Genie 1930. And you'll be like, the hell? What the hell? And go to the Backstage HK's Instagram and you'll see a photo of Mo and myself on the top of this, fully legal. It's not an amusement park ride. It's like we actually did this training. Let me explain.
Oh my God! Let's give a little bit of background here. We opened strong.
So PMQ has a venue called Cube,
right?
And you
Cube
can book that.
With a Cube because
PMQ, right? And for that venue, they have lights on the ceiling. Now, to adjust those lights to change the direction, for example, you want your stage to be in a certain area, you need to get to the ceiling. Now, I have read all the books about jumping, about like leg work, knees over toe guy, all that stuff, and he's like, you can jump, you can double your jump height, right? And I've even checked Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal. No one could reach that ceiling.
Well, Kobe Bryant got in a helicopter trying to get higher, and that didn't work out.
That didn't work out exactly, right? Exactly. So we
cancel me.
I know, right? No, don't do that. So for us to be able to get to that ceiling, to adjust the light from 45 degrees to 90 degrees, we had to be certified to be able to use a specific lift called a Genie 1930.
Right.
Now, the funny thing is the certification was a 1.5-hour training course.
Right.
Where it's up to 15 participants.
For the same price.
For the same price.
Yeah.
Now, in my head, I'm like, first of all, why would I not just call people randomly to just check it out and see what, and second of all, I'm like, 1.5 hours, the hell are you going to teach me, man?
Yeah, you think it's just going to be like a couple of buttons.
Right?
Up, down.
Yeah, how hard is this?
Forward, backwards.
Don't put your finger in the gaps. I get it, But, buddy, like that training.
Oh my God, that is, like halfway through, I'm like, this is not just a dangerous machine, but also this is a lot of information that you should know.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely, if you're gonna get anywhere close to that machine,
full on,
because it's
ridiculous,
complicated.
It's super complicated.
Oh my God!
It's way more than I expected.
Yes,
it was very cool, I must say. And
very cool. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
I keep thinking about, I'm like, dude, like this is something I would tell people, much like a cruise ship.
Yeah,
you got to do this once in your life. You've got to learn one of these things once.
Yeah, it's just awesome. Going up with it. It's like and that like feeling that sheer like power of lifting. And also, if you're not doing, we'll get into details, but if you're not doing the slow turtle option, it can like pump you up pretty hard.
You kind of get shocked, right?
Yeah.
All right, so just to let you know, basically there's two speeds to go to the ceiling. For example, let's say that light needs to get adjusted now.
Yeah.
You go the fast mode.
Yeah.
But if you're smart like me and you pre-plan your scheduling, you can take your time to get to the ceiling and get there and do it now.
Let's see. How many lights do we have to adjust for the Saturday show?
I believe right now it's going to be 6 or 7.
Right.
So one by one. And the cool thing is, everyone now, there's one thing where, you know how when people park their cars, they have the rear movement sound, that beep, 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 that kind of thing. Or every now and then you get right?
Actually, back home, we have at least the old pickup trucks. They have, when they're going back, they have a recording, like a bad recording of like a woman saying like, careful, car is like turning backwards or something.
You get that here as well.
Oh, you do?
And the funny thing is some people have it in Japanese because I don't know why.
Like a Mitsubishi or something?
One of those, or just
Toyota?
they install that particular one because they think it's cool.
Oh, that's funny.
And they don't see the
it's just like a little, like a schoolgirl kind of.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's weird.
And it's always like, one of those.
Yeah, it's never like an HD speaker.
Right. It's never, it's never clear, Bose speakers telling please mind the space behind me.
Yeah.
But this one, when we were, the Genie Lift basically goes up vertically and down, right?
Yes.
Okay. The going down part was to me the coolest part.
Yes.
Because you get the really loud beep, 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 like the nuclear alert level kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is so cool. It has the flashy yellow light.
It has,
you know, the danger flashy yellow light that flashes.
We're just missing the hard hat, basically.
Correct. Yeah, that's all we need. But and then the feeling of getting to the top, and then you're up there touching the ceiling, going like, I can actually do this now.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Yeah,
and
once you're stable up there, it's actually not that bad, except for the wobbling. That's crazy.
It was kind of weird.
It's very weird. Like you think it's actually like it's wobbling sideways.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense because the scissors, like what is it called?
The little, I know what you mean.
Spring-looking thing
exactly,
that lifts you up.
Yeah.
It's still like pretty like slim.
Yeah.
So it makes sense it's wobbling, but it's wobbling more than you think.
Exactly. You'd be like, how is this okay?
Yeah, and obviously the guy, the instructor goes, it's normal, don't worry.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm worried.
Yeah, exactly. I would be, right?
Yeah.
So this is the question to everyone who's listening right now. We are halfway through the year, and I highly encourage you to take a moment to reflect and say, what have you learned this year that you never thought you'd ever need to learn, but are grateful that you did learn?
I would have never guessed in the beginning of the year that I'll be officially certified to operate a Genie
never guessed it, man.
Scissor Lift.
Right? It's ridiculous. Like, honestly, in the beginning when I was told I need to get certified, in my head, I'm like, this is so stupid.
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time. Why am I doing this? This is insane. Is there any way I can cheat around and not do this? But eventually, I'm like, you know what? Let me just get it done, whatever. Because technically, I could hire someone to do it.
Sure.
And have them there the whole day.
Yeah.
But it will probably be the same price to get them there to sit there the whole day. I'm like, well, why don't I just get certified myself? That way, you know, me, control freak, I'm like, well, I can do it myself, right?
Right. And the next time, you don't actually need to.
Correct.
Yeah, you just do it. As long as it's at PMQ, at the cube.
Yeah, exactly.
If you do it in a different location, you need another certificate.
Correct, yeah. Actually, if I'm correct, it's anywhere in PMQ, not just the cube, even better.
Yeah.
So if anyone
but is that particular serial number?
Yes, that particular machine.
So imagine if you get a driving license, but it's locked onto one car.
Damn.
So if you buy the same exact model but a different serial number, then your license is invalid.
Correct, yeah. It's really...
That's like, I think that's too specific and doesn't make sense.
I think this particular training is just for this, so that they normally have the more global one, where you train the whole series or like globally. It's like a global license, you know.
Sure.
You have different versions of it.
Yeah.
But I think for us at this point, I'm like, you know what? I have no need to change careers. So I'm pretty sure this is sufficient.
At least we know that, like, if your career tanks or if you get canceled, for like some of our friends are trying really hard to get themselves canceled.
We have another job opening. Very good. But I'll tell you this though, this has given me a newfound respect to all the people in the construction business where they have to go into these things on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And the best part of the whole training, the best part to me was how the trainer kept telling us about how many accidents and deaths that have been thanks to this machine.
Yeah.
But he says it in such a way you're not discouraged.
Right, yeah.
You know?
It's basically the whole training is different ways to die from this machine and how to avoid it.
Correct. That's all it was.
It's like, I think in his head, that's like the checkpoints, you know how in your set, like when you do segues.
Do this bit and that bit.
Yeah. So for him, it's like every 15 minutes, all right, so death by this way.
Yeah.
And then how to...
So this is how he does it, right? He tells you, okay, so there's this button and you press this with two hands, you're going to be able to go up and down, right? He tells you how it works. Then he tells you why you need to use two hands. He gives you 20 different examples of why a single hand will kill you.
Or at least you lose an arm.
Yeah, you lose an arm. Like he'll show you, okay, so what will happen is with the single arm, you want to have a coffee and you lean back and bam, your arm is gone. You're like, well, okay, calm. I'm just drinking coffee with this, but okay. He's like, okay, you don't use this. You put your hand over here and you're thinking, I'll just call my friend and watch some YouTube. Bam, you get crushed under this machine. Like, dude, how are you guys all distracted to this level, man? Yeah, so I remember a lot of that.
And also all the examples he give are like true examples.
Real,
Yeah. He's like, so here's what happened when someone did that in 1984.
Exactly, yeah. And you're like,
oh my God.
This actually is not just like you might get killed. No, you will. We have seen.
And he said, like, I think because I had Gloria, your girlfriend, as my translator.
Yeah.
Which is like the most awesome translator in the world. Because she's also making fun of him.
Exactly, yeah. Like the hell, yeah.
Yeah, but then he also said, as far as I remember, he said there is like a video on Facebook or something of some guy losing his head.
Something like that, yeah. Someone had posted where basically the guy was behind the machine and the machine I think was on a slope and it wasn't and like just smashed into him and his head was gone.
Yeah.
And the guy was
like Final
really,
Destination shit.
Right, yeah, he's like really calm about it again. Just lost his head.
Yeah.
And we're like, what do you mean you just lost his head? Like kind of like, I lost my clip.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, my favorite though is that we were asking him, so how many deaths on average? He's like, oh, it's quite a lot and everything. I'm like, okay, how many injuries? How many accidents? He's like, oh, that we cannot keep track.
Yeah,
that's
is like
so
all
many
the time.
That is like right now. It's like people giving birth.
Right.
Every 2 seconds, a baby's born.
I mean, honestly, that's not even that weird. The machine is pretty fucking dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
And at some point, I'm like, I don't know if that's like even legal. Like, it should be like, this training is good, and I did learn. I am confident enough if I'm just the two of us to do it ourselves. At the same time, I'm like, maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, after we finished, and he's like, "Do you want to go up?" I'm like, "That's it."
Yeah.
That's all you just
and
told me.
I'm ready to risk my life.
Yeah,
this is it. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, and run over a bunch of people.
Yeah,
but even with a car. Dude. You have like better intuition, but this is like buttons and shit.
Oh, it's weird, man.
Crazy.
But I'll give you the last thing I want to tell everybody, that the coolest part is that to drive the machine forward and back, you have a joystick.
Yeah,
a literal joystick.
And of course, boys with joysticks. That's
my God.
That's it. That's all we need.
Exactly. It's super badass.
Like,
and I'm like, yeah, right? But of course, we're all freaking out. Like you, Marcus, all of us were like, okay, I'm going to lightly push the joystick because God forbid, man. Yeah. This is the one time I think in my life, first of all, I'm not an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
Second of all, this is the first time in my life I'm like, I'd rather this go super slow.
Yes.
Like I need this to go, please don't surprise me with, turns out this is the normal speed. No. Take your time. Take your time.
I will admit, I was probably the one who's freaking out the most. Not freaking out, strong word. I was the one who was less inclined to even try.
Yeah.
Like Gloria went first.
Oh yeah,
she was the only girl in the training.
Yeah. She's up for this stuff.
Yeah, she's up for this stuff. I'm like, I will go last.
Yeah.
And then you guys press all the buttons, and I will just be harnessed up there for the cool gram photo.
Exactly.
Like if it's obviously we're working on the show together, but if I don't have to do it, I don't want to.
Exactly. Fair. Very fair. Yeah. It's just a skill to have in your back pocket should the day come.
Yeah.
But I really hope that like the one time when you're at another venue and they're like, oh, you have to get this training, you're like, all right. Let's
exactly.
do this. Yeah. So that's one thing. Again, this is the one thing I like to tell people. Usually middle of year, everybody. So this is what I find. Everybody's every now and then, middle of year, 1st of June, you always get those Facebook posts. Like, it's half of the year, people. Are you in regret? What can you change? And I'm like, hey, this is a pretty cool thing. Like I'm glad I learned that. I finished learning. I'm like, this was so worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously a bit expensive, but I was still very cool experience.
Yeah.
Secondly, though, it does make me kind of go like, the people who do this all the time, it must get kind of boring where it's like automated, just like driving a car. You don't have to think anymore, right?
Yeah.
And speaking of that, we're actually going to be doing a Cantonese comedy show at a cinema room in Taipo, as in where people normally watch movies. They're now going to watch us, which is weird because like, I've read books and stuff where comedians do cinema rooms. I've seen that before. Sure. But to actually be there and actually stand there and try the space out, because I went there on Wednesday, and it's weird because like the cinema room is designed where everybody is looking upwards at the screen. Okay, and the screen is huge.
Yeah.
Now, I have my computer in the little projector room.
I mean, your forehead can almost be another screen, so people can still watch.
Exactly, exactly. I have a big enough forehead. Exactly. It's just imagine my forehead is 4K. This is 240K.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I have some graphics in the back, and it's so crazy that if you imagine, let's just say, the front of your whole building, like you've seen a cinema house, right?
Yeah.
So imagine that whole thing has a projection, all right, just above you. And you're just a little dot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right? And during
the show... It depends, I guess, how big the cinema is.
I think it's a 90-seat room we've got, not too big.
But that's still big enough. Yeah, that's
quite
if you're
wide.
a little far and someone is sitting in like the back row. Remember when we were like high school?
Oh, yeah,
and you take your girlfriend to make out? Like
you go in the back row, no one will ever see.
But also only the cinema. Like in a conservative country, that's only the cinema is like the perfect place. That's the place. It's dark,
lights are super dark.
Lights super dark. You sit in the back. That's like the make out row.
Exactly, yeah. It's understood. That's why the funny thing is if you go check out cinema.halloflaughs.com, the last row at the show is still empty. No one's coming there to watch the show and make out. They're like, no, because we don't need someone talking when we're trying to make out.
And also, the comic will pick, we'll see them.
Exactly.
They will become the joke.
Yeah, we'll hear them, all that stuff, and we'll be like, hey, hold on a second.
I had one, I just remember randomly, I had a couple in Beijing. This is the only time, I saw something like this, but I had a couple hardcore making out in the middle of the room.
Man.
They were not in the back.
Yeah.
And it was quite like not brightly lit, but it's lit up more than usual. The house lights.
the house light was still on?
Well, a little bit. We are used to house lights being almost pretty much
Wait, this was
dark.
a comedy show or movie?
I was headlining. I'm on the show.
Damn.
And we're like 20 minutes in, and this couple is hardcore making out.
Maybe some people, they're just hard. That thing, the psychological thing where you can train a dog that once they hear the bell, they salivate, right?
Yeah.
They probably had this so ingrained in their heads that the moment they get in the cinema that we're going to make out.
Right. But it wasn't in cinema. It was like a regular bar gig.
Oh,
yes.
Damn.
It was just like a normal show.
Damn it. Okay.
In the middle of the show. No excuse. And I called them out a couple of times. I don't remember how it went, but at some point I'm like, all right, just stop. Like, I'm not even making jokes anymore.
Yeah.
You're really distracting me right now.
Yeah.
And you're right in the middle of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, just
take
it easy.
Maybe, I mean, literally, this is the one time I can afford it, but please get a room. Literally,
exactly.
Or get a bathroom if you need it. It doesn't really matter. Just not this room, please.
Yeah.
Wow.
And because I remember, like, just, doing my act or whatever, and I remember just hearing, like, you're so sensitive to noises on stage as a comic, and you can identify sounds, like, who's talking? Like, where's that coming from? But that was like not talking and not talking.
Yeah. It's like something's happening. It's like mumbling.
Yeah.
But not really.
Yeah, but it's like a lot of.
Yeah, exactly. And you have the hands stroking the clothes and stuff. You're like, I can feel that. Oh my God, that is insane.
But yeah, going back to the cinema.
All right, so this is the thing. Remember, cinema seats are designed to incline backwards so that you can keep looking upwards. So now, when we were doing the test, and I was like, wow, people actually literally not try to incline so much, and even if they do, they have to tilt their head downwards and listen to us. I'm like, man, okay, this is gonna be legit challenging in the sense where, like, I'm so comfortable, I want to just fall asleep. You better be goddamn entertaining. All right, now that's challenge number one. All right, comfortable seats to the point it's so comfortable you're just like, oh, I want to lean back.
Right.
And now you can't. Right. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the challenge is the cinema room is designed to be fully black. Okay, so I have my big 300-watt spotlight.
Yeah.
It's got the whitish kind of light, and the problem with that is that it becomes a very serious kind of like storytelling session.
Yeah.
Right. You're one of those. So now,
it's like a TED Talk, basically, when
correct,
you just have like the craziest spotlight.
Yeah. And like you can sense, like, even when we were doing the testing, I was like, and now I will do some comedy.
Right.
You can sense
it's like
it,
a weird, like a theater, like one man. I was like,
one man show. Yeah, exactly.
Then this happened. Yeah.
Exactly, the monologue kind of thing.
Yes,
Right? Yeah. So you have that, and the funniest thing is that the control room is not in that room. It's in the little projector room, which you have to go all the way out to the streets to go then back into the building and then go into the projector room.
I've always wanted to see the cinema projector room. That must be cool.
Very unimpressive.
Because they use like unimpressive.
Super unimpressive.
I guess because of technology now, like caught up so fast.
They basically, okay. You remember before you see the cinema, the movies, and you'd have like this big machine.
That's what I was thinking of.
No, dude,
and it makes the noise.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
And then because you still have, as far as I understand, for the big projection, you still need to like a physical film.
I feel like maybe they're not using film because it was in a big square box.
Yeah.
Think of it like it's a big square box, kind of like, a storage box.
Right.
And that's what the projector was.
Right. So it might be just a hard disk, like a digital copy.
Could be, yeah. Could
Fuck,
be.
that's like kind of annoying.
It, right? Yeah, exactly. But then it's very true because like now if you watch movies now, you don't see those scratched and black dots and stuff anymore.
Yeah, the grainy things.
Yeah, it's gone. So I mean, you can tell that's probably digital then.
Right.
And then I go into the room and of course they have everything. Like, first of all, I understand that a lot of these rooms are probably designed 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And, they just change the projector and just plug this wire there, plug that wire. But the number of cables that are just randomly plugged all over the place, I was like, the hell is going on?
That's like
man?
your nightmare, too.
No, nightmare.
Yeah.
I was there. I'm like, how is this okay? Like, at any moment, someone can trip over the cable and the movie's off. And nobody thought about that. I was like, well, we just don't trip over it. Like, well, why don't you put the cables properly, right?
Yeah.
So I'm over there, and the funny thing is I cannot hear the movie. The room. So the performer's performing. I'm in the projector room. I can't even see them.
And it's completely like soundproof.
It's kind of like soundproof, yeah. Because people who are working over there, like they're sick and tired of the same movie.
Right. So they want to talk to each other. They don't want to fucking hear the movie anymore.
Correct. Yeah, they're done with it. Like once the movie ends, they just play the credits and like, oh, okay, timer's up. Let's go, right?
Yeah.
And so the whole time I'm sitting there, Tim Chan is in the cinema room. I'm in the projector room, and we're on WhatsApp. Trying to communicate, like, okay, how's the sound? I'm trying to just sound blind.
Yeah.
And even the videos and everything, I have no idea what.
I wonder if a walkie-talkie can go through the wall or not.
I'm very sure it can.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the walkie-talkie requires money, and I have a phone with WhatsApp. Like, why would I? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just these.
It's just like walkie-talkie sounds cooler.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I must say, I think eventually the day's gonna come where I'm gonna get 2 headsets.
Yes.
With the little mic thing.
Yes.
Just
I want to. We work on big shows enough now that I think. Even though we don't need it, it looks so cool.
Dude, honestly,
and it would still be convenient.
Honestly, I have seen that stuff. I've researched about it.
Of course you know.
I know. Yeah. And I saw it. I'm like, this is so tempting.
Yeah.
The only thing stopping me from getting?
What?
I have no storage space.
Right.
I don't know where to put it anymore.
Right.
I've run out of that.
How is it like the box or the equipment is kind of big, like chargers and everything?
And you would have, exactly, because you got to charge this. You have and you'll have like 3 or 4.
Sure.
Why would you have only 2? That's stupid, right? The point is to have 3 or 4. So
for your whole team. Yeah, your whole switch team. Channels.
Yeah, and you press the button. And like, all right, Mo, can you help me get that end? I am seriously tempted, and I have
Patreon.
Hey, Patreon.
We can have a new target.
Everybody, if you really want to one day see me with a headset, along with a whole bunch of other people with headsets, where you can't hack into it, even though we all have mobile phones and I pay for my SIM card services, and we can use conference calls and all that stuff, but the ability of seeing me at a show one day and sitting there pressing a button on my headset and going, start the show.
Yeah.
Right? If you want to see that happen, find us on Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/HoHoPod, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And then go over there, become a Patreon subscriber. You'll hear some other content that we do on this podcast.
We've been doing bonus episodes since last week.
Exactly, yeah. So we're definitely going to make that happen. And trust me, the day will come where we will put together a live podcast show and we will do that podcast with headsets on. It'll be so bizarre. And hopefully if we get enough Patreon subscribers, everybody gets a headset.
Yeah. That would be fun.
That'd be cool, right? Like you would have
it's like a silent disco kind of thing. When we just like talk to them, through the headset.
Yeah. And imagine we get to a point, like somehow technology is going to be so good that you get to be a super duper tycoon subscriber of Patreon. You get a unique headset that you get to use anytime when we're doing recording live.
Oh, that would be sick.
Wouldn't that be crazy? Like
you get a notification like we're going live in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And only
you put
their
on the
headset,
and bam, you get the raw, uncut, whatever version of it. Even if you cough, you've heard that as well. And anywhere in the world, like it somehow gets a reception like a radio thing. Whoa, that would be pretty badass,
That would be pretty badass.
Yeah.
So you're talking to Tim Chan from
the projection room. We're trying to get everything sorted out. It all gets done finally, and it's just so weird because like these are the small things that while we're there, we're like, huh? And I was like, oh, can people get popcorn? They're like, yeah. I'm like, do I want people having popcorn during the comedy show? Because remember, popcorn is a bit of right? But at the same time, I'm like, well, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't I want? I wouldn't want to get popcorn.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, heck, as a performer, while I'm waiting, I want popcorn. Right. Yeah. So these are small things I'm sure that still work out. We're gonna have the show tonight, and we'll see whatever happens.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So by the time people are listening to this, the show has already happened.
Yeah. Exactly. So
and is the plan to try to how many theaters do they have?
I think they got like maybe around 7 or 8 around Hong Kong.
Okay.
So the idea is that if this goes well, we can kind of make a little tour around Hong Kong in their different theaters. So we know it's tried and tested method.
Yeah.
Just make it happen,
So now the new movie theaters in general, like the speakers are a little different from what we use in comedy shows.
So let me tell you this.
Yeah.
This is the other thing that drives me nuts.
Yeah.
We're in a room with surround sound, front, back, left,
sound,
right, all that stuff, okay? However, the system that they have is designed to allow you to have one audio input. And by one audio input means it either goes center, left, or right. As in, I have a surround system where you can hear my voice perfectly from every angle. But their system can only allow whatever mic I'm putting in.
So how does that? But for the movies, it doesn't do that. Because
it doesn't, because it basically goes straight from the computer.
I see.
And the computer says, I can let you have one audio channel in.
Sure.
So we have to go center only. I'm like, God damn it. Like, you guys have 360. I could tell you the joke and like a certain bit could come out from that speaker. Wouldn't that be so crazy?
Yeah.
Where like
it's
how...
like guitar solo sometimes in songs. It's
and
coming
like
only from
left
one
and right.
side. Yeah.
It would be so insane to be able to do a live comedy show in a 360 surround sound room where you have certain bits. For example, if you've ever heard one of my bits where I talk about how I get stopped on the streets and like, hey, you, ID card.
Yeah.
I could do that same you ID card and have it come out at the rear speaker only.
That would be so good.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah.
And it's a live show.
Because if you're doing like your album, like a comedy album, you can also do that. Yeah.
Yeah, they would know what the cue point is, right? And I want left rear speaker say that.
Yeah.
Right rear speaker say that. That'd be so insane, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and I could, like, for example, you know how we always have characters like this guy, the one on the left side says this, comes out on the left speaker. That comes out, you're like, wow, that is insane.
Yeah.
The narration in the center. Dude, like, it would be so cool if, like, you could actually have your whole show where you're walking and talking and, like, the sound follows your voice and you're like, so I'm walking from one room to the other and it goes, like, from one room to the other. Hey, you know what? Hey, hold on a second. Can I pan this? I think I actually can.
Oh, yeah, can probably. Yeah.
Oh, dude, you know what I'm going to try?
Yeah,
Just to mess around. Let's see if I can pan this chat.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, dude, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you can see that I'm walking from one end of the room and slowly going to the other end of the room. Look
that's
at
amazing.
This guy.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
We did do it.
That is so unnecessary.
I mean, that would also be like for act like Jim Gaffigan, who has like this like voice that comments on his jokes.
Oh yeah. The voice of God kind of.
The voice,
narrator kind of.
The narrator kind of thing. Or it's not even the narrator. It's like the one that's like criticizes his jokes or like he has a joke about like Jesus. And then he would be like the voice would be like, this guy's going to hell. And it's just so genius.
Oh
How
man.
does that? Because just like an extra layer. Like it's like when our
Yeah,
terminology is like a tag.
Yeah.
But it's not a normal tag. It's just like another guy that makes fun of his own act.
Yeah.
And he's done it for so many years. That's like now, if anyone does it, they like everyone would be like, "Oh, you're doing the Gaffigan thing." He has a hold on it now.
Thing, right?
It's a signature thing.
I'm actually curious now. Let me see if I can do this real quick live. Can I do the talking? Hey, I can do it. That's so stupid.
Okay, let's not do. By the way, this is Patreon money, everyone.
Exactly. This is what we do, everybody.
This is what is the Zoom? What's the?
This is the Zoom Live Track 8, L8.
L8.
So thanks
we have
to
8 channels basically.
Yeah, we have 8 channels to do stupid shit. Stupid shit like this. We can do this. Hey, I'm over here in a hall. So
that hall sounds like you're.
I'm in a big hall. Yeah.
In the big hall.
So basically, I can have it where it's a bit more. You can see I'm in a hall the hall is getting bigger and bigger, and it's a big hall, everyone. So stupid.
Speaking of hall, base hall, everyone.
Hey,
perfect segue here. We've been running shows at Base Hall too. It's a lot of fun. We talked about it a little bit on the podcast before. The history of Base Hall, if you're going to go back to the episode when we talk about the venues. But we have been, Backstage Comedy have been running a couple of shows at Base Hall 2. This Friday, that's June 16th, is actually the first time we've run a couple of Thursday shows. This is the first time we're going to have a Friday show. We talked about the Jason Leong show. That is sold out now, both of them.
Officially done and done.
Done and done. But if you want to catch comedy on the same weekend, come see us on June 16th at Base Hall, 8 p.m. The link to the tickets is in the description below.
Think of it as a pregame.
Exactly, pregame.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I will also be at the Jason Leong show and I'll be on the Friday show.
Yeah.
Running. Maybe if you come and you can give me your headphone and I can take a picture as if I'm pretending to be. I have a walkie-talkie thing.
Yeah, we can totally do that. And if you really want, we might be able to sell one more ticket to each of Jason's shows at PMQ.
Actually, dude, careful what you say here because people from the podcast will want to come.
I said we may be able to.
If they DM you or me and ask me like, hey, I'm a listener on the podcast, can I have that one ticket?
Yeah.
How much do you guarantee they will have it?
So I can't guarantee it because it depends on how busy I am because you need to have a certified Genie 1930 driver to get you into that one seat. Yeah. Because I might be able to, in case you go crazy, to have that one person stand the whole show. So this is the deal, right? We're going back to the Genie thing. Yeah. This was a stupid idea we had the other day. Where we were like the VIP of seats.
Yeah, we sell like it's like an NFT kind of thing. We sell like the one ticket.
The one ticket. Yeah. So this is the thing. The Genie Lift thing, if you haven't Googled it, please Google it now so you'll see what the machine is like. As long as you have one certified person driving it, another person can get on, not certified. As long as you just keep standing the whole time.
Yes.
We can get you vertically all the way to the top of the room where you can watch the show from a bird's eye view, people. Yeah. We're talking about balcony level. Yep. And not just balcony,
but you have to be standing the whole time. We cannot have stools. We cannot have seats up there.
Yeah. You have a harness, all that
Evidently,
stuff,
you can't have cigarettes either.
No YouTube.
No YouTube, no drinks.
You shouldn't be watching YouTube anyway during the show. But that's the one crazy one where like that'd be so cool to just watch the whole show. The problem is this. You can ask the driver to get you higher up during the show. But you can't tell them to go lower down because
it's going to make the noise.
Yeah, you get the you can't
So
do
once
that.
you're up there, you're going to go up before the show starts and you're standing for the entire duration of the show.
There's no toilet break.
But that would be a cool experience.
That would be very cool.
So maybe, if you guys want that ticket, slide into our DMs.
Yeah, exactly. You never know, man. Yeah. All right, so that's one thing as well. Secondly, I'm very curious about to ask now, you got your show in Base Hall.
Yeah.
And it's been happening now. And first of all, everybody, if you haven't seen what Base Hall is at the basement of Jardine House.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can go there during the daytime.
Yeah.
And I'll teach you a little trick that I learned. Okay. If you're in Central area and you basically are thirsty.
Yes.
But you're classy.
Yeah.
You go down there. You go to the water station. And they have 2 taps. One says still. And don't be confused. They don't just mean this is still water. It's nothing. It means the water is still
water. If you're thinking what happened to it, we're still water.
Not beer, right? Okay. Next to it, there's sparkling.
Yes.
And it is unlimited free flow sparkling water, people.
Not just like, sparkling water. I'm not a big fan of sparkling water, but
neither am I.
Obviously having access to free sparkling water, but even the still water is cold, like I think mineral, like really good water.
Yeah, it's filtered
not
properly.
Like filtered properly
exactly,
and everything. I will actually one-up you, and the baseball guys might not like this, but I will one-up you and tell you, now it's so hot.
Yeah.
And Hong Kong is expensive, of course. And people like look for places to work, and like, you go to Starbucks and it's like, you still have to buy their
packed,
but like shitty fucking roasted, like burnt coffee.
Yeah.
You can hang out in base hall for the entire day for free, get access to free water, free Wi-Fi. This is when they will be like, dude, what the fuck did you say on the podcast?
Yeah.
But free Wi-Fi, fuck it. I like our listeners.
Yeah.
Free water, free Wi-Fi, free sparkling water.
Air conditioning.
Super cold air conditioning, and no one is gonna tell you to order something.
Yeah,
that's a crazy thing.
Yeah.
You can actually find tables especially on like if you go into base hall, by the water, like the taps, there is like a couple of stairs down, not into the performance area, but like on the other side, on the far side rather. And you can there are like small tables. Sometimes the staff is hanging out there.
Yeah.
You can just set up with your laptop.
Yeah.
And sit there for 8 hours if you want.
Set. Yeah.
There are super clean bathrooms. Actually, like really high end. Like the bathroom, not just like the door, not just like you wave your hand, but you have to do like a thing and a slide.
Yeah.
That's all free.
Yeah.
You can just be there for the day.
Yeah.
And then obviously you can get food, but food is expensive. I would go one up even higher. You can just order, like go out, get McDonald's and come back and eat on that table.
So is it
no one's still gonna bother you.
So, but on the tables, do they have the sign that says this is public space? So, no, it's private space.
It's private space. Okay. They just don't care.
So this is the thing. Just to clarify, in case you find yourself and you're like, oh, I have to legally be in a public space to do all these fancy cheap shit. The certain places, for example, you know where Dragon Eye is?
Yeah.
It's Atrium.
Yeah.
That pathway is
public.
Yeah. They cannot block you. Even though they have the lady at the counter saying, oh, where's your ticket? entrance.
Yeah.
They cannot stop you.
Yeah, I'm a taxpayer.
Yeah, you can go through that, right? So they put on a show. It's very obvious they put on a show to make you feel like you can't go in, but it's fully legal. You have to let you in, right? Secondly, the IFC garden.
Yeah.
All those seats, all 100% public.
Yes.
So even outside Shake Shack, with the music and everything, they cannot stop you from bringing your own lunchbox.
Yeah.
Even outside all the bars, where they have their own sofas and everything, you are allowed to sit on their sofas because they put it there. Too bad, it's free space now. Yeah. So
they can't actually kick you out, and they can't force you to order a drink either.
Correct.
I used to go like during COVID times.
Yeah.
That was like the IFC rooftop was kind of like one of my havens when it was always empty.
Yeah.
Obviously, not a lot of people going out, and I would just go and like watch the light show.
Oh yeah.
And stuff.
Fantastic.
Just chill. The light show actually. One little cool trick I learned. There is a Symphony of Light app.
Oh.
And Symphony of Light.
Oh, yeah, it goes with the music and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
You can actually live sync it. So the reason, obviously, if you're on the TST side, the music's coming out of there from the speakers. But if you do it on the harbor side, on the Hong Kong Island side, you can't hear the music. But it live syncs. On like you can play the music also like offline.
Yeah.
Like if you really enjoy it, which I do. It's a pretty nice song. But you can live sync it with the lights. I was with Annie Louie, the
comedian who was like in town and stuff.
Comedian was just in town, so I took her up to the peak, me and my dog, and we just went up and stuff. And it was just on time for the light show.
Nice.
And then we played it from the phone.
That's badass.
And all the tourists were actually like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Yeah. They're like, "Oh, it's synchronized." You're like, "Yeah." Wow.
So that was really fun.
Now that I must say is a smart idea. The rare occasion when these kind of things were on paper, you're like, "Why would I want that?" And you do like, "Dude, this is brilliant."
Yep.
Yeah. Because that's the one thing people will say, but just go to the seafront. I'm like, buddy, not everybody's at the seafront.
Yeah.
But the light show's everywhere.
Yeah.
So why are you not taking
It's actually different, like, because I saw it so many times living in TST.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see it from like different perspectives almost.
Yeah. And you get the top of the building to see it clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're seeing from a Hong Kong side and you see the top of the buildings and you see all the lights from all those buildings at one view.
Yeah.
Rather than like maybe 3 or 4 of the buildings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
I remember seeing it like a few times like, oh yeah, this is crazy from this angle.
So now that a lot of people have like their family visiting and friends and stuff, one thing to like just impress your friends or your visitors, download a Symphony of Lights app. Just this free plug, by the way, Hong Kong Tourism Board, you're welcome.
Yeah.
People, and then you can just play for them if you're not on the TSC side and be like,
and don't tell them it's an app.
Yeah.
Make it seem like you somehow synchronize the lights.
Yeah.
And you're like, I just thought this song will match. See?
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, what the hell?
That's another thing. Like, I think now I had enough visitors that I start like being like kind of dicking around a bit with the information that I'm giving them because I'm just bored. So it's like, you just make up shit like just like that.
For sure. Like I would really make up something, for example, like let's say I'll make it a big deal. Like, hey, by the way, and everyone in Hong Kong, they get a lottery pick and you get to submit. And you submit your song of choice. And you will be informed a month later or a month before that, hey, you have been selected on this day. This is your song day. Right? And I'll be like, oh my God, tonight is my song. They're like, what? Like, and of course, they halfway through, they're going to be like, this is bullshit because you would never pick the song. Right? But still, that moment, you're like, no, I'm a classic guy. And just telling them, like, can you imagine the whole of Hong Kong, anyone who's fucking standing over there or listening to the app, they have to hear my choice. Today's my day.
Oh my God.
That is so gangster, right?
When we were coming down from the peak with Annie and Yara, the dog, there was like this, like, you know how like the big water bottles that you have in your dispensers and the guys come and switch them. So there's a lot of them on the street. And I was like, hey, by the way, this is like a free service from the Hong Kong government. Because this is only on the path on the way down from the peak. I'm like, this is actually, we win a free one because you want people to exercise. So you can just pick up one. And she goes, really? That's amazing. I'm like, yeah, pick up one. And then I had to stop her from like picking up a super heavy one because she just believed me. she's like, is this true? I'm like, no, stop touching it. This belongs to someone else. But I just made it up because I'm bored.
Oh, okay. Exactly.
I'm like, Hong Kong government. Like, so you can only do it if you finish the peak and then come back down and pick it up.
And honestly, goes, even when you just told me just now, I'm like, really?
You believed it?
Yeah, I'm like, wait, really? How am I not in this? Like, how am I not in this?
That's amazing.
Dude,
I just told you, like, I make shit up and, like, tell people, and you're like, wait, tell me more about this thing.
Because in my brain, I'm like, yeah, that's great. Trick all those people. Then I'm like, wait, what the fuck? This guy got me.
You just, like, stand, like, having a name tag or, like a holder thing. That's free. Like, no, that's not illegal.
So this is the thing. Something similar to what you said.
It's crazy how much authority it gives you once you have a name tag.
Oh yeah,
you can just have a name tag with just your name with nothing else.
Full on, right?
And people will be like, this guy has, he knows something.
Yeah, he knows something, right? Or you wear a colored jacket and it's brand, I get it, you know.
Yeah.
I used to say before that, one concept I said, you could rob a store so easily by simply having a few cameras and a mic guy next to you. You walk in and take shit and walk out like as if you're filming.
Right.
And like the staff would be like, I guess I was approved. I mean, I'm sure it must be approved, right? And nobody else will judge. They're like, it's on camera. So I mean, if you really stole it, we'd have the footage.
Of course, it's your own footage.
Yeah, we'd have the footage, which we're gonna delete. You know? Yeah. So that was another thing as well. Okay, so speaking of all these kind of like scams, well, not really scams, but like kind of the things they can get away with.
Yeah,
I'm very curious. Like, okay, as comedians, right? When we're watching shows and other performers are on, like the habit in Hong Kong is that we like to watch the whole show. A lot of us, right?
Yes.
If we can. I was talking to Annie the other day, and she was surprised that, you go to the whole show, or you just go show up during your set. I was like, well, really? This is weird. And I find that's interesting because I totally understand. Let's say you have 5 shows a night. Let's say, right?
Yeah.
You're not sitting there for 5 hours watching, right? Especially with the same lineup I've seen his acts 20 times, times. And I do that, like, for example, like during sometimes when certain acts are going on, I might be outside with my phone, but I want to be in the room.
Yeah.
Should something happen, I can feel the whole vibe, right? But I find that that's the benefit of comedy, where you can actually see the same show over and over again, but there's always a small nuance that's different.
Yes, there's a slight variation. Even if the act is doing exactly the same, their action is never going to be 100% the same.
Correct, yeah.
Even if he's killing and their action is just laughing, there's always something that is slightly different.
Correct, yeah. But other professional, for example, the cinema thing, I totally get why they have to have the soundproof wall.
Of course.
Because they're like, the damn movie's going to be identical.
You're so fucking sick of the movie at the point. Like, after, like, what, 3-4 times?
You're done,
even if you're watching the best movie in the world, like, you're like, oh my God, I work for the cinema. This is still an amazing movie.
Yeah.
After how many times you're like, fuck,
I can't. I just don't want to see it anymore. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
It's like good food as well, right? You eat all the good food. You're like, I'm tired of it. I just want something basic now.
Yeah.
There's that. The other thing I feel is that I'm sure that at some point these cinema house staff must be having a little fun. For example, I'm sure they have like night vision in the rooms or something.
Right.
They must have something. If I was working there, I would install a night vision web camera.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of it.
Right.
Like, I want to see how people react for certain scenes. Right?
Yeah.
The other one I'm curious about, like people working at amusement parks.
Yeah.
That definitely is one of those things where they're like, okay, they're gonna shout and scream.
Yeah.
Every single time there's this one guy who's excited, the other guy who's freaking out.
Yeah.
Right?
And someone who's like has seen it all, who's like playing all cool.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you're gonna freak out at this part.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then he does, you're like, of course.
Of course you didn't see that coming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really feel people watching in that sense would be very fascinating because I'm sure at some point you can see the body language so well.
Yeah.
I mean, even us, like when we go to shows, we can already sense like, okay, from this person, way they're sitting.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy's not relaxed yet, stuff like that. But at the amusement park, you can totally see. Like, I'm telling people now, I do not like amusement park rides. I'm not.
You don't?
Dude.
I mean, we talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about. Dude, it's not about the nature outdoor thing. It's like I just don't need that kind of adrenaline rush. Like
you do though. Like
no,
your
I'm
life is still...
I'm an adrenaline junkie emotionally.
Yes.
Like I will take those emotional risks
right,
where I'm like, oh my god,
yeah.
You know, you could be embarrassed and everything. I'm like, let's rock on, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not the type of like put me on a roller coaster, let me go zip around. This is so exciting. I'm like, that's not exciting. Like this is what I really thought about this. I said, the reason I don't like those because the risk is not worth the reward.
But there's no risk. It's very, very. I mean, obviously you can do your research on like where like if you type like ocean park accidents and you see like one in the last like 50 years or whatever, then it's just like. But I mean, like statistically almost impossible.
But you physically but you may be that one. You get it? Like my brain is like, well, why?
But you also may be the one like that means with the same logic that means you don't walk on the street because an air conditioner might fall over your head.
Correct. But I go with simply a value of like the reward for walking on the street is I get this job done.
Right.
Whereas the roller coaster, I'm like, what the fuck did I do with my life?
Well,
nothing.
I will push back a bit and say the reward there is that you get entertainment. The same way, like
I can get entertained the same way in many, many different ways.
Not the same way. No, you cannot. Like, who's gonna flip you upside down and throw you in the air?
But I get an equivalent. Like, for example, what I'm saying is that you can say, okay, you can drink wine or rum or whatever to get kind of tipsy.
Right.
So I'm saying, why would you drink, let's say, forget a flaming Lamborghini, when you could do with the same tipsy feeling through wine?
Because it's different, like, because you're only thinking of the
final outcome.
The final outcome.
I get it, but the process, I get it. But I'm saying, but then the process, the risk I'm taking, for example, let's say I have a Jaeger bomb.
Yeah.
It's pretty harsh on your liver and everything, right?
Yeah.
So the damage I might be risking is not worth it when I could get that same final reward through this method that has much less risk. In the same way, when you're saying adrenaline rush with a roller coaster, I'm like, but there's a possible chance I might fucking fall off and die. But I'm getting maybe a 1% different adrenaline rush than I would have get, like, for example, trying to get to a gig and like sort out this issue.
Yeah,
you get my point. Like,
yeah, no, so, I see the logic. I see your point.
Yeah.
I just think that it's not like whatever gets me to that.
Yeah.
The same way as like, oh, I want something sweet. I would just get chocolate or grapes. But those are two different things. Like. You like for what you're saying is like it doesn't matter if it's chocolate or grapes as long as I eat something sweet. I'm like, no, it does matter.
It does. But I'm saying, but then but my point is, I'm not saying it's exactly that. I'm not saying Coca-Cola and dark chocolate are the same.
Right.
What I'm saying is that the satisfaction of Coca-Cola might be 7 units.
Yes.
The satisfaction of dark chocolate might be 6 units.
Yes.
However, with Coca-Cola, you might take the risk of burning through your intestines, damaging your teeth and stuff.
I see.
For that one extra unit, it's not worth.
So it's a safe. It's okay. So that means it's a safety. It's like a risk tolerance.
It's a calculated risk. Yeah. Risk tolerance.
It's a risk tolerance.
Yeah. So my risk tolerance was like, so I get that little element of adrenaline rush, that little joy, with the risk of I might kill myself.
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna do the math, and I'll get a lot more joy through 6 units versus this one possible 7 unit that might be the last unit I'll ever get the rest of my life.
Well, again, I will just put, like actually you got me more like understanding of what you're saying.
Yeah.
I will also say that like if that life like the being life threatening element to it or something, that then you're gonna have to stop doing a lot of other things in your life.
Sure, yeah,
right?
But then I can
like because you like desserts a lot, for example, you like sweets.
Yes,
that means you're just not gonna eat sweets because you know that it's gonna.
But that's what I mean. So hence why I don't smoke, because I'm like the joy I might get from smoking would definitely not be worth the risk it has for me. My calculation, right?
Sure.
Reverse it. I know that the sugar is just as damaging.
Yes.
Right. However, the joy is the units are so much higher. I'm like, I will take that risk.
Okay.
Of the sugar. You get it. So I think it's a risk management level.
Yes.
Like, are you inclined to this type of risk or that type of risk?
I want to know our listeners' take on this because that is fascinating.
Right.
Yeah.
I would say this. Look, everybody else.
I am sure you're in the minority somehow because not like everyone I know enjoys like roller coasters and stuff.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure a lot of people like that. It's just that the level of understanding of the type of risk management or choices you have. The reason is because like I always question, I'm like, why don't I enjoy this? Like, what's stopping me?
Yeah.
And I would spend a lot of time trying to figure it out. And I figured I'm like, because my life is so fucking valuable.
Yeah.
Like it's that little joy you can get me. Oh, trust me, buddy. I am worth way more than the little.
Yeah.
That doesn't do it for me.
Where would you go? Like for amusement park, would you enjoy anything?
The bench.
Just watching people being idiots.
Through, buddy.
Yeah.
They're like, what's your favorite ride? I'm like, the bench.
Nice.
Put
so
your bags
have the answer
here.
ready. Yeah.
Exactly. Put your bags here. I'll take care of that shit. You get on that little thing.
Right.
I'll take a bunch of photos for you.
Right.
But there's no way in hell that opposite my girlfriend Gloria, she loves that kind of shit.
Yeah.
She's like running to the road. I'm like, by all means, buddy, go have fun. Have twice as much fun if you want for me as well. And when we were in Ocean Park last time, I did go on 1 or 2 rides.
Yeah.
I did it. I'm like, this is not too hard. Because also I don't like the stomach feeling of that, the stomach.
Yeah, when it falls.
Yeah, I hate that.
That's great. That's a great feeling.
Oh, dude,
my God.
Yeah. So, because I think, so that's the thing, right? I did the ride and I was like, look, guys, I'll be honest with you. I'm happy to join you for the ride. But I don't feel that my being on this ride improved your enjoyment.
Sure.
So it's unnecessary for me to kind of go like, yeah, I'm here because I'm hoping they're enjoying it. It's because
that's true. It's kind of like almost like asking someone to try food that they just don't care for.
Yeah. You're like, but it's so tasty. You're like, I'll have a bite, but it's fine. But trust me.
But also on the other hand, like there is certain enjoyment that you get seeing someone you care about enjoying something.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
It's like the comedian who can put on the show and produce the show. And you're like, that's what it's satisfying. Right?
Exactly.
I may not be the performer, but like just to know that I was the one that created it or you were the one that made this possible, you're like, that feels good already.
Yeah.
So for sure, I mean, also, if I'm able to, let's say at the amusement park, get that photo that's so cool of you in the air and that flinging that, I'm like, that's worth it,
True.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So everyone's got the little joy for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So having said that, everybody, it's middle of the year.
Yeah,
Again,
it's middle of the year.
Life assessments.
Yeah, life assessment time.
Tolerance?
We have done. Actually, speaking of risk tolerance, at the beginning of the episode, you still did the Genie certification.
I did that.
And that's still pretty risky.
That's pretty risky.
Yeah.
But it's not
As
risky.
the guy told us, how many different ways you can die.
I bet you anything, more people die on the Genie than a roller coaster.
For sure. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Unless there's like an underground, roller coaster that's happening right now. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's that. However, I think the Genie thing, again, was more my practical mind going like, well, I need to get this to get the job
it's
done.
for your work.
Yeah, for my work. So I had no choice.
Yeah.
Like, I highly doubt there'll be a day when I got to be on a roller coaster for the work, unless someone's filming.
Sure.
And they want to see my reaction.
Yeah.
Or they want to see a guy.
Celebrities going on a roller
coaster. Yeah, they want to see it. They're like, oh my God, this guy can do public speaking, the number one fear in the world. Let's see him on a roller coaster. And you see me go like, I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home.
Oh, shit. That's a great idea for the... Maybe this is episode 120 something, I think.
I'll put me on a roller and do the podcast on it.
I know. I was going to take you to Macau to do the highest bungee jump in the world for episode 200.
Oh, man. All right. First of all, I can already tell you it's very unlikely I'll be able to muster up the courage to actually push myself off. However...
No, the guy, I've done it.
They push you?
They push you, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, you sign a waiver, and once you're up there, they're like, we're going to push you.
So that's
and the guy's harnessed to the platform because every... idiot tries to grab them, so he knows. And they have like GoPros, and I have my own video.
Fair enough. Yeah. So like,
hey, do you want to agree to this on record? Episode 200?
No. You know why? Okay, a few things. I can really.
That's like in a year or whatever.
Oh, trust me, buddy. Like I'm thinking 5 years ahead already. No, I'll tell you this. Okay, so I know me so well. That I can do one of those. Don't think, just do. Don't think, just do kind of thing. I can do it. But I guarantee. The whole process of going down to the bottom, bouncing up, my brain's going to come back to logical mode, going like, the fuck are you doing with your life? This is unproductive.
I would pay for it.
No, it's not about paying.
The whole trip.
It's just, I'll be thinking, what is the effectiveness and the efficiency of this point? I'll be calculating all those things.
You're entertaining the masses.
That's a good point. I should have thought of it that way.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, well, look, I'll have to have a think about that.
All right,
I
guys,
really have to think about that.
If we need to push Vivek a little harder, you got to slide into his DMs or write on the comments.
Yeah.
And find him at Funny Vivek and be like, yo, go up to Hackett Tower. And then you can tag Hackett Tower in Macau.
Yeah.
Highest bungee jump in the world. And maybe we'll try to get something going.
You know what? Just to mess with me, literally in my DMs and just like say, I would love to see you in a bungee jump.
I would say comment so I can see them as well.
And my ego will probably come in where I'm like, a lot of people want this.
Yeah.
I can satisfy them.
There you go.
I'm going to be the bigger man and do it.
We're looking at episode 200, so it's a while out. But yes, let's get the ball rolling on this.
I'll be bold and aerodynamic.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Come out to Base Hall Show Backstage Comedy. Follow Funny Vivek on Instagram. Follow me, the other Mohammed, on Instagram. And the Backstage HK. Find us on June 16th at Base Hall. Jason Leong, all sold out. Congrats. And catch us live. That's the best way to support us. And keep listening. Bye-bye.